everybody! Happy Friday. It's Friday today. Maybe you're watching this now, maybe you're watching it later. We don't usually work out on Fridays, right? We usually work out on Mondays, but it was a holiday this week, so we took that day off and we're wrapping our week up with a really great workout today. Good morning, Kimmy, you're here again. Woohoo! You are gonna enjoy this workout because we are gonna focus. It's a conditioning workout, so it's conditioning. However, the focus is mobility and core and stability. So those three things. Hi, good morning, Anita. All right, you don't have to come back and watch this one later. You're here now. That's great. Okay, so the three things, right, we're gonna work on today is stability or balance, really balance, and mobility, and some conditioning in there. So, right, the difference between those things, right? Like, mobility is the range of motion available to a joint, right? Flexibility is the lengthening of the muscles. We're not going to work on that until the end. And then, of course, balance. When I talk about balance, I'm talking about working on the stabilizers of the body and working on strengthening those muscles so that we can have better balance. And and then we're going to do some conditioning work as well. And then, of course, core is going to be in there because core is a huge player in our stability. I'm telling you, like twice last week, I missed a curb, stepped off the curb, but caught myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness for Home Burn Daily. And then the other day, I missed a step and slammed my knee into the wall at here in front of the house. Again, I didn't fall. I kind of fell forward and but I didn't fall to the ground. And again, I'm like, thank goodness for Home Burn Daily, because in these classes we have the opportunity to really work on the total body: flexibility, mobility, stability, balance, strength, conditioning, cardio, endurance, all those things. So thank you, my Home Burn Daily family, for giving me the opportunity to do this, because like Anita was saying, I'm glad I told you I was going to do this because I wouldn't have if I didn't tell you. Same thing. If I weren't here with you every day, I probably wouldn't do it. I probably would not do it, or at least not as consistently. So again, I thank you all for being here. All right, let's hop to it. Good morning, Sunil, Kimmy, Anita. Woohoo! Who else is on? Maybe Jen. I can't tell yet. All right, let's get warmed up, and we are going to do it. I have a fun workout planned. You're going to like it. Kimmy, you're going to love it. All right, here we go. Deep breath. Take it up. Exhale. Okay, take it up. Exhale. Up and over. Ooh, I'm sore from yesterday's strength class. Yes. 4, 3, 2, other side. Hold 8. 4, 3, 2, reach side to side. Here we go. Reach up. 8 more. 8. 4, 3, 2, across the body rotation. 8 more. 8. 4, 3. Let's half squat with that arm swing. Half squat with that arm swing. Warm it up. Move that body. 8 more. Here we go. 8. Gigi, is that you? 3, 2. We're gonna add that knee lift. Here we go. Down and knee up. Down and knee up. Down and knee up. Keep it going. Yeah, there's Gigi. Woohoo! We sing this one out. Okay. Doing yoga stretch workout instead. Okay. All right. And she donated blood yesterday. Good job. Good job. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. All right, knees only. Here we go.
Knees only?
Arms too, no squat. 8 more. Sorry to give me a hard time. 3, 2, down. Tempo. 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Woo, here's how it's gonna work. First round of our workout this morning is Tabata. We're supersetting 2 exercises, a super lunge hop and a bear squat. We're gonna alternate legs every other set after the bear squat. So we'll start with the bear squat. You're down on the floor. You're in plank. Push your hips back, pop your body forward. The feet leave and land in the same spot. Okay, so the feet land in the same spot. If you're not down on the floor, you can do squat reach. It's similar. Or you can hold plank if you want to get that core work in there. Hold plank. All right, our super lunge hop is a big lunge back, tap the floor, lunge, and swing the leg up with a little hop at the top. You don't have to do the hop, right? This is all about opening that hip, so we're gonna do a dynamic stretch there, and then bringing those arms and legs up. You're still gonna get that little cardio effect from that as well. So we're gonna alternate those 2 things. We're gonna alternate right and left legs after every bear hop. All right, here we go. That's right. Here we go, 20 seconds each round. One, just all right, here we go, bear squat. Or you're holding plank, if that works better for you. All right, here we go. Hips back, pop those feet up, and then they land on the floor in the same spot. Now it's super lunge hop. Let's stand on the right leg, moving the left leg. Big reach back, pop it up. Bring it down, pop it up. Reach that leg back as far as you can. If you're not going all the way down to the floor, that's okay. I want you to really slow it down, get a really big lunge back. Good work. Here we go, bear squat. Bear squat. Other leg now. Left leg is stable, right leg is the moving leg. Woo, here we go. Reach it. Reach that leg back. Swing it up. You can do one arm at a time. That helps to balance. All right, here we go. What's next? We have 30-second rounds, 4 exercises. You're gonna use 1 dumbbell on the second exercise. All right, we're doing single leg toe tap. You're gonna balance. You're gonna balance on that foot, and you're gonna come up. You can tap your leg, you can tap your toes, tap the floor. The objective is to stay balanced. Stay balanced on one leg. Then you're gonna grab that dumbbell, and you're gonna rotate doing a wood chop to the same side that we were just balancing on, and then we'll repeat that on the other side. Just 1 round for these exercises. So get your dumbbell ready for the second exercise. We're starting with the single leg toe tap. Here we go. We're going to tap our left hands to our right toes. All right, here we go. Right arm up. Tap. Tap. Oh. Balance. You can use a dumbbell if you want, like Brent is using, or you can just go straight to body weight. 15 seconds. Work on that balance. Woo. All right, 1 dumbbell. We're going to rotate. Wood chop. Over the left shoulder down to the right hip. Down to your right hip. It's opposite of what we're doing, but I want you to get that torso rotation in. Reach and rotate. Pivot on those feet. Don't risk knee injury by keeping those feet locked in place. Woo! Good work, 5 seconds. Woo! All right, back to that single leg toe tap. It's finally warm and we have the heater on, so that helps. All right, here we go. Woo! Like those challenges, those balance challenges. All right, here we go. 1 more set of wood chop. And then we move on. We're going from this shoulder to this hip. Here we go. Get that torso rotation in. And chop it. Chop it. Oh, a little bit of balance here too. Woo. All right, good work, everybody. Okay, going back to Tabata timing, we have 2 exercises. We're doing an elbows on your elbows plank jack and an upward bridge hold or pike. It's up to you. I'm going to do the bridge pike. I got my mat. All right, you're down in plank. It's a plank jack. You're on your elbows. You're hopping feet apart and together, or walking out, in, and your upward bridge to pike. You're in an upward tabletop position, and then you swing through. All right, those are the 2 exercises. I will give you options as we go. So if you're not doing the upward bridge, you can be down on your back, doing just the hip bridge, and I'll show you that as we go. Here we go, plank jack. You're either walking out, in, or you're hopping, or you're holding. Any 3, any one of those 3. All right, version of your upward bridge hold or hip bridge. Really extend through those shoulders. Push those hips back. Extend through the hips. Push it back. Woo! Hands directly beneath the shoulders. Keep those hips up. Excellent. Back to plank jack. Wow. All right, one more of each. One more of each. Here we go. Remember, you can walk it out, walk it, or you can be up on your wrist, tapping out. Either way, or you can hold plank. You can hold plank right here. Okay, you always have options. Listen for your options. All right, last one. Last one here. Okay, if you're down on the floor, you're here. Tailbone tuck. Just a lower body hip lift. Not the full bridge like Brendan's doing. If you're not good on your hands, your shoulders hurt, or whatever it is, you have this option. Tailbone tuck. And done. Woo. Good work, everybody. All right. We have a set of 30-second exercises. All right. Down on your back. We have 4 exercises, 30 seconds each. Hollow body hold, hip lift, lower body bicycle, and crossover crunch. On your back sides, hollow body hold to start. We're gonna come to 10. Hollow body hold, here we go. Right, you're scooping out the abdominals. Hold it. 15 seconds. today. I apologize for that. It's just, I parted it on the other side. It's just all over the place. Okay. Whew. We have a frog jump, and we're going to alternate that with a single leg hop. So our froggies. You don't have to hop. Remember, you can just do a deep plie or sumo squat and then reach those arms up. You don't have to hop. And then we're going to superset with single leg hop. We're going to start on one leg, and you're just hopping. If that's too easy, I want you to hop back and forth, or forward and back. Maybe one for each leg, because we have 4 sets for the legs. That's 2 each. So choose your poison, pick your poison. Here we go. Coming up in 10 seconds, we're starting with that frog jump. I get a little cardio and some explosiveness into this workout, so here it comes. Okay, you're hopping out of that frog jump, or you're coming up onto your toes, or staying on your heels and reaching up. Any version works, right? You do you. Do your thing. All right, here we go. Let's start with our right legs. Everybody on your right leg. We're going to do a little hop. You have options. All right, you can hop in place. If that's too easy, just a little side to side. A little side to side hop. Make sure it doesn't bother your knee. If it does, stay in place. Whew. All right, here we go. Back to froggy jump. Back to our froggy jump. Or squat and arm raise. So we're doing. Or you're balancing, or you're holding the balance, okay? Swinging the arms to try to keep that balance. Good work, here we go. Froggy jump, or squat and reach. Protect your back by keeping your head and chest high. Even if you're not going all the way down to the floor, that's okay. Protect your back. Hinging like this, flexing like that, you will feel it in your back. Okay, back to the right foot. Forward and back hops. It's a little harder. Or you're standing in place. Right? Balancing on that single leg. Or maybe hopping in place. Or moving the arms and legs. And fighting to keep that balance. That's the key. All right, one more set of froggy jumps. Here we go. Good job, everybody. Yes. Maybe you don't need to swing anything. Maybe this is working up. So do your thing. Whew. Good job. All right. Whew, we have more time than I thought, so I'm going to add a series here.
Good.
All right. Next one, Tabata timing. Oh no, I mean 30-second rounds, sorry. All right, we have 4 exercises. We have scorpion flip. You start in plank. You rotate, right? But then we do these a lot. We go from plank to single leg, single arm hold with a toe tap. Okay, if you're not doing scorpion flip for any reason, you can hold plank. You can hold upward bridge on your elbows or reverse plank. Or you can continue, go back to those hip bridges, right? On your back side, put a dumbbell on your hips and do a hip lift, hip bridge. Okay, then we're going to go on to our bellies. We're doing Superman hold. You're going to turn those palms up and hold. Then we have a prone straight leg lift. It's a little hip extension. I'll show you that when we get there. It's pretty easy. And then we have on our back side elbow to knee crunch. So here we go. Scorpion flip coming up in 10 seconds. 30-second rounds. Here we go. Okay, cross that foot back. Single arm, single leg.
Sloppy.
Tighten it up, Spears. Perfect. Okay, on your mat. Superman hold. Superman hold. All right, palms up. Here we go. Arms and legs extended. Keep your neck in neutral and hold. Breathe. Breathe in. That sticky stuff all the way down to the label. Woo! Good work. All right, we're flipping. Oh no, we're not. We're staying here. Okay. Single leg, alternating hip lift. Your hips stay on. Hips stay on the mat. Like a swim kick. You're on your hips, right? You're on the bony part of your hips, straight legs up. Get those thighs off the floor. Thighs off the mat. You're pushing your hips down into the mat. Squeezing glutes, it's hip extension only. Oh my gosh, my glutes are on fire. Kimmy, did you feel that? Tell me, I need to know. All right, one more set. Elbow to knee crunch. Here we go. Heel tap. To Tabata round. All right. Okay. The rest of the class, this is the last set, but the focus is on, well, we have some push-up moves for, you know who. If you have a wall available to you, we're going to use the wall. If you don't, you can do this on the floor. And then the second part of it, you can do standing. So we're going to do a spider push-up. Spider push-up. Okay, so spider that too, but I'm sore from yesterday, so maybe that's why. All right. Then the wall slide. If you have a wall available to you, you're going to put your heels, your glutes, your shoulders, the back of your head, your knuckles, your wrists, your forearms, and the backs of your arms on the wall. And you're going to slide those arms up and down to any, right? Maybe it's just here to here. The range is limited by your ability to keep everything intact with that wall. So if all you do is stand there and you're holding that position, and that's what is working for you, then that's what I want you to do. Those with limited range of motion or some shoulder limitations, right? Shoulder mobility issues you're not going to be able to go, and then those wrists are going to be flipping back like this, right? So we want to make sure that the wrists don't flip back like this, because that's just compensating. Babe, in the corner. So that's just compensation. We don't want to do this. We're working on mobility here. If you're compensating, you're defeating the whole purpose of doing this exercise. So you're going to start in whatever position you can be in that allows you to maintain contact with the wall. From your head to your tailbone, your glutes, the backs of your arms. Then, if that's all you can do right there, that's fine. That's where you need to be. And then you can move from there. Like everything has to stay in contact with the wall. That is the object. That is the goal. So you're going to hold it. If you want to move, you can, but you've got to make sure that all those contact points stay in contact with the wall. All right, here we go, starting with spider push-ups. Here we go. Wow. More than two of these is hard. All right, wall slide or wall hold. Don't flip those wrists like this. Don't let those wrists flip. Keep the wrists back. Okay, I'm keeping the backs of my hands, tops of my arms, my head, my glutes, my heels against the wall. You can feel my shoulders. Whew. All right, spider push-up. I'm going to do them on the wall this time. Woo! All right, back to wall hold or slide, depending on your range of motion. So I can keep contact. When I lose contact with the wall, I reverse the movement, or I just go back to where I know I can touch the wall with all those body parts that need to touch for this to be effective. Chin down, even if your head comes off the wall. Right? I'm going to pause for a moment here if I can. Nah, let's just go and I'll explain it afterward. Okay, here we go. Spider push-up. Whew. Okay, keep the chin, keep the neck in neutral, because if you lift your head and you're pushing against the wall, guess what? That's going to reinforce this behavior, this pattern, this posture. So even if your head comes off the wall, that's okay. Keep your chin down and neck is neutral. Okay, we don't want to reinforce what we're trying to fix. don't want that. Okay, I'm doing spider plank because my shoulder is bothering me, so I'm going to do what's good for me, and that is spider plank. I don't want that shoulder to hurt anymore. Felt it twinging, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, this is hard. Right here. Whew. That is hard enough for me. And it doesn't hurt my shoulder, so it's a win-win. Here we go. Our last set here. Hey, you can do this on the floor. I should have said that a long time ago. You can do this on the floor, squeezing shoulder blades together as you snow angel. I should have said that 3.5 minutes ago. Mashallah. Ooh. Wow, my little shoulder muscles are burning, right? But we're strengthening those rotators. Okay, we have one more set of 30 seconds. So we're doing a bird dog. But we're gonna do 45-second rounds on this one. Okay, so bird dog, you're gonna be on your mat. Okay, we're in bird dog or tabletop. So hands directly beneath the shoulders, knees and hips aligned. You're going to start, make sure you're in alignment here. You're going to extend, right leg, left arm, and then just a small tap. If you need to come back all the way down and reset, that's fine. The objective here is to keep stabilized, not allowing movement in the torso. Okay, so if you're moving around, I want you to concentrate on staying stable and moving with purpose. Try not to let the hip lift on the side of the leg that's extending, okay? So that hip needs to stay stable and in line with the other hip. I want you to stay nice and flat. We're going to do right and left sides, and then we're going to come back to the wall if you have one. We're going to come back to the wall, and we're going to do wall rotations here. So I'll show that to you when we get there. So let's do these first 2 sets of bird dog, and then we'll do the wall rotation. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, control the movement. Keep the neck neutral. Torso is steady and stable. The hip of the extending leg does not lift. Keeping that hip down. Just extending through the knee and hip, not the low back. There's no rotation, no back extension. Holding it nice and tight, keep the neck in neutral. Head down. Other side. All right, other side. Here we go. Yeah, just look down at your mat instead of up. Look down at your mat. Here we go. Take your time. Extend hip and shoulder there. Extend through the shoulder. Hip and knee extension. And balance as you come back in. Don't let that hip lift on that side that's extending. Keep that hip down level with the other hip. Move slowly. Good job, everybody. Okay, good work. Woo! Okay. I'm going to show you one more exercise, and then we're going to do it, and we're going to stretch. Okay, so this one is a wall rotation. This is for thoracic mobility, right? So we had some work on stability, flexibility, just a little bit a lot of core work today that helps with stability, and then some conditioning moves. So it was a little bit of everything today. So this last one, wall rotation. So what we're learning to do is extend through the thoracic spine without using the low back, without rotation or movement of the pelvis. Because as we move through life, things get really tight, tough, maybe we're injured, maybe we've had surgeries, whatever it is. So what happens is a lot of that movement that should be isolated to the upper body, or that extension that we should have, gets limited or hindered, and our low backs end up having to take the brunt of that movement. We end up with low back pain, other things. So what we're trying to do is teach our bodies in this movement to be able to rotate without pelvic movement, with no movement in the pelvis. So you're going to grab a wall. You're going to push your hips back. So let me go over here so you don't have to look at my butt. My bottom, as I tell Buggy. Because she calls it my butt. It's my butt. I'm like, no, it's your bottom. Okay, so you're going to, if you have a wall, if you don't, I will show you how to do this without a wall available. So you're going to stand right here. And you're going to take this arm and you're going to open as much as you can and back to the center. This arm comes out to the side, you're going to open as much as you can and back to the center. That's all it is. It doesn't feel like much, but trust me, it is great for your body. If you don't have a wall, you're going to be here in a hip hinge. You're going to open and come down to the center. We did these the other day. It was a little bit of a preview of what was to come. Open and back down. Finally, keep your neck in neutral. Don't lift the chin, right? Because that's just reinforcing the posture that we don't want. We don't want this. You know, especially as we get older, we start to come forward and then the chin comes forward. It's a whole kinetic chain thing, and we don't want to reinforce any of those bad postures. So keep your neck in neutral, bring your chin down and back, and hold that position. Are you good there, Brad?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
I don't need to move my feet.
Oh, you don't. Okay, let's do it. We have 45 seconds. You're going to stay, you're going to alternate sides. We're going to do 2 rounds of 45 seconds. Okay, here we go. Last set, and then we stretch. All right. Hold. Don't let those hips move. Keeping those hips nice and tight. Good. Those hips are stable over here. That's good. If you're on the floor or you don't have a wall,
I don't move very far.
that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter how far you move. It just matters that you're practicing, you're training those muscles. All right, we're going to do one more set in 45 seconds and we're done. We're training those muscles, and as we do more of that, the stronger they'll be, the more you will be able to move. All right, here we go. Take your time. You can also put your hands behind your head if you want to do it that way. And that gives your shoulder a little bit of a break if you need to. Totally up to you. Woo! Good job, everybody. We're done. We're going to give it a quick stretch, and then we're on to our wonderful day. All right. Yeah, that was a lot of stability, mobility, and
Instability.
And instability. But that was a good one. I think I called it core, conditioning, stability, and mobility work. So good job, everybody. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Let's swoop in. Swoop in. Exhale. Circle back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Really pull shoulders back, tailbone tuck, so that we're not extending through the low back, but rather through the thoracic spine and shoulders. One more time. Yeah, let's go back to that wall if you have it available to you. We're going to take a nice thoracic stretch along with hamstrings. So you're going to stretch down here, reach. If you don't have a wall available to you, I just want you to do forward flexion, stretching through those hamstrings. If you have the wall here, I want you to stretch through the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can slide your hands down until you feel that stretch in the hamstrings as well. Feet are hip width and hold. Neck is neutral. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands up. Push the heels farther back, the feet back away, and push those heels down into the floor for a calf stretch. Once again, if you don't have something to press against, you're going to do 1 foot at a time. So I'll give you the halfway point. Hold this for 4, 3, 2. If you're on 1 foot, you're going to switch feet. If you're on both feet, you're going to stay right here. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Let's take a nice long lunge here. Left leg is forward. Right leg is back. Okay, let's squeeze the glutes. You're going to push the hips forward. Little tailbone tuck. You're going to lean back just a little bit until you feel a nice deep stretch in the back leg. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Let's switch sides. Okay. Whew. Tailbone tuck. Tailbone goes under the body. You're pushing the hips forward. You're going to, with the energy, right, of your body is pushing the hips forward to really open the hip on that left side. We're going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it together. Let's take a final deep breath. Oh, the last of our class. Exhale. Give yourselves a hand. Good job, everybody. Woo! That was good. That was a great way to end the week. After a long week for everybody. I know everybody's busy working, doing their workouts and all that. I thought I would end with this. That gave us a little bit of everything today. Everything that we always need. All right. Be good to yourselves and the people you love. Thank you for a wonderful week. I will see you Monday right back here. So we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week at 5:30 a.m. So I will see you then. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.